guys, it's another beautiful day. Oh my god, I hope all of you are great. My name is Lola and welcome back to my channel. And guess what? Today we are gonna be exploring another very famous estate right here in Nairobi. I'm talking about Fedha Estate. So guys, it's a bit windy today. I don't know what's happening, but hopefully all of you are great. So let's do this. The lighting is gonna keep on changing, guys, so just bear with me and let's do it. So guys, we are gonna be doing this, and I'm gonna be just telling you a little bit of a history about this particular place because it's a very popular estate, yeah, rather, and it's also a suburb, you can call it that too, usually for the middle class to the upper middle class and all that. So guys, let's do this. The estate itself is located in Nairobi, Kenya, in Eastland's Embakasi, and it is surrounded by several notable neighborhoods, one of them being Nyayo Estate to the north, Embakasi to the east, and Pipeline Estate, which I just did in my previous video, which is to the south, and also Umoja Estate to the west. So definitely Fedha Estate is in Nairobi. It's part of one of those notable estates in Nairobi. Once you enter through the gates of Fedha Estate, the main Fedha Estate, because even the surrounding area is still called Fedha, you automatically get the vibe that you are at home. These are residential houses that have been owned by people and passed through generations for years, considering that Fedha Estate itself was put up in the 1970s. And just a point to note, the estate was established in the 70s, and it was more or less to be a low to a middle income residential development set up by the government, but definitely the project was handled by the Pandit family under the property management group calling itself Fedha Group of Companies, and those guys are still in existence up to today. Now the estate is divided into two. There is gate 1 and there is gate 2. Well, it might seem like it's a big estate, but a funny thing, once entering, I was really surprised but that it's a really contained estate. It's not as big as Nyayo Estate, and the difference between Nyayo Estate and Fedha is that Fedha Estate, you come across a lot of apartments which are pretty much new. They are not what Fedha was to be about, because Fedha's concentration was to be on maisonettes and bungalows, and that is what it is all about. So, and this particular estate right here, guys, this is what made the surrounding area, which is also called Fedha, it made the rental market in Fedha to go up because it is very central right here in Nairobi. You can access the CBD, which is like 20 minutes away, using either Mombasa Road or Jogoo Road. Now, the estate is very well marked, and I realized that the lanes are named after animals, because I saw Tausi Lane, Tausi which means peacock, I also saw names of other several animals. But the one thing about Fedha, it did not give me an estate-like feel. Like, guys, I hope you understand. Fedha did not give me that feel. You know, there's a video I did about a different estate called Mountain View. You'd enter it and you totally know you're in an estate. But Fedha, there's something about Fedha, you know. If you're not really careful, you might forget you're inside like a well-controlled area. So they also have a very good green space, I noted, and I even met people playing here, and I even hear that there are schools that are located in the surrounding Fedha area that come into this space to, you know, to bring their students to use this particular facility, which I found to be really impressive because the space is really, really, really big. I also loved the fact that the routes or the lanes had spacious enough for even for the children to play. As you can see, aside the fact that vehicles that access this particular estate use these routes, I saw that there was clear indication that markings and signage that it should be 10 kilometers per hour. Like, the drivers had to be really, really careful while accessing this place because the children were really playing freely, really, and I loved to see that. It's also a self-contained estate, as you can see, and I came across schools. There were international schools right here inside. Montgomery, the one that I saw, there's another one called United Nations International School, and the current one that you can see, Northview, both high schools and primary schools. So it was, you know, truthfully, just look at it. It doesn't give me like an estate-like feel. I don't know why it does not, but so far I loved the fact that the children had the freedom to play without having to worry about security or just drivers speeding in this place. From my walk, I could see that the place is relatively safe, and clearly the population here is multicultural. With I could spot mosques and temples within this place, allowing residents to practice their faith, definitely. And there were also shops. There were also other amenities. I could see a gym. I could see the lighting was also pretty much very good, you know. It's very well lit. It's during day, but you can clearly see that aside the fact that some of the residents have their own lighting, we also have the street lighting clearly set up. So Fedha Estate, the name itself is derived from the Swahili language meaning money. Fedha means money. One of the things that stand out as you walk around Fedha Estate, even though it was built in the 1970s and mostly is to cater for a majority of middle-income Kenyans, I'm noticing a lot of oh god, yeah, I'm noticing a lot of Kenyan-SOMALIs or Somalis in this particular area, and it's like Fedha Estate has become a favorite place for them to make home. And it's like, it's a lot, it's very apparent, it's very apparent. So kindly, someone just let me know what's happening to Fedha Estate. Like, I'm not really like segregating or just trying, I'm pointing out something that I'm noticing a lot. So guys, let me know. One of the plus points about Fedha Estate, which is definitely along Mombasa Road, is that it is close to the largest, busiest airport in East Africa, which is the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Now, from where I am, you could easily just see planes landing and taking off. So guys, let me know what you think about Fedha Estate, whether you've been here, whether you've lived here, how you feel about it, the changes, just generally, what's your take? Thank you so much. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and let's continue the conversations in the comments.